What's up, YouTube? George's Silver Hunter back, and today I picked up two $500 boxes of $50 from my local Fifth Third, and I've already cracked both boxes open just to check them out at the bank to make sure I got all my rolls, because I've been stiffed by entire rolls in the past. And much to my surprise on this guy, we might have a silver ender, so let's take a look at that real quick. It's right here. It's kind of hard to see. It's really, really white, though, compared to the rest, so I'm actually going to start right here in the hunt. That said, I do have a lot of brand new looking enders, so we're probably going to see a lot of 2021s and 2022s in this hunt. So with that said, I'm excited to get into this box, and like I said, I'm going to start with this potential silver over here. Let's get started. So for those of you that are new to coin roll hunting, what we're doing here is we've gotten the boxes of $50 from the bank. We're opening them up. We're going through them looking for things like mint errors and varieties, not intended for circulation coins, as well as silver. And silver is basically 1964 and earlier is going to be your 90% silver. Today, those are worth $10, maybe $11 a piece. Your 65 to 70 are 40% silver. And they're worth a couple of bucks. So we just like finding silver. You can see, as I said earlier, we've got a lot of new enders, so we've got probably a bunch of 2021s and 22s. And look at that, I was right. For those of you that are curious what a silver coin looks like in a roll, this is called edge hunting. I'm going to go ahead and just drop it in the middle so it makes it easier to see. We're looking for that beautiful silvery gray edge right there. I haven't even looked at it, don't know the date, but I can tell from the edge that it is silver. And it is a 1968. Looks like a Denver. Look at that. And in 68, they may have only made them out of Denver, quite frankly. But so this is my first silver half of 2023, which is pretty exciting. I did a $1,500 hunt very early in the new year, and we got skunked. So excited to see some silver on the board already here. Technically, that would have been roll, I think, 20, what is that, 25? No, 10, 20. It would have been roll 21, but I had to start with that one because it just looks so silvery. I'm hoping we find a lot more of that on the way through this box. And just kind of showing you real quick, we got a lot of 2021 Philadelphias that are going to be popping up here. That's another one. I am not going to keep track of them. Just kind of showing you this roll. I will go off camera. I will hunt each individual coin for a variety or error. Mainly looking for double die obverses and no FGs. And if I find those, we'll bring them in. I'll talk to you all about them. Other than that, like I said, going off camera, I'll bring you in for the goodies. So I just ripped into what would normally be roll 19, and I got the paper off already. I saw this through the paper, but I thought it was going to all be new, like 2021s. When I got it open, I saw these real thick rims. Let's see, I think I got a couple of them. I looked at one, and sure enough, we have couple of proofs on our hands here, I think. At least one. Zoom in there. We got a 1990S in pretty good shape. We'll put that up here with our silver. And there was one more down in here. Let's see. There it is. We got a 1979S. Also in pretty darn good shape. I like it. So that's two proofs. One silver on the box, and I guess I'll show you real quick. We have pulled a couple of regular NIFCs, which would be your 2002 through 2020. So 2020 is the last one. And I realized when I was looking at my books this weekend, I did not actually fill the 2022 Philly and Denver in my books. So I need to make sure I get a couple of sets of those. So I'm going to hang on to that as well. And I'm going to keep on heading through these rolls. And we're about 5 rolls away from finishing off that top rack. So I just cracked into roll 26, and I have a paper right here. You can see I don't even have it all the way open. And I think we have found our second silver hiding right there dead center in the roll. At least I hope it is. It looks really silvery. Yeah, now I'm pretty convinced it's silvery. We got another 1968 Denver. That's awesome. Now we're up to 2 silvers on the box and a couple of proofs. This is awesome. Just cracked into roll number 28, and I think we've got some more silver on our hands here. Get that to focus there. Hopefully you can see it right there. 3 from the end. Almost got another ender. We've got kind of a thick edge in here too. That might be a proof kind of hiding on us. Let's see here. Now, that's just a really nice 1981, just with a slightly beat up edge. But let's check this guy out. 1967. 3 silvers on the box. This is awesome. I've been kind of silver skunked for the last couple of months, so I'm really excited about this little bit of 40% silver. I think we did it again here on roll 30. Just got the paper open. Just got it peeled back just a little bit. We can see that silvery edge right there. Every now and then we get fakers that look like this, but this just reads silver all day. Another 1968D. Now, the nice thing about this box is it did come in a pack of 3 from my fifth third. I've got a second box we're going to hunt here, and I got to go pick up that third box this weekend at some point. So maybe I'm on a little 40% silver dump. That'd be nice. Also, for the 21 edges that you've seen here, these are all been 2021s except for that single 2022. This is a little bit high, but most of my rolls have been having anywhere from 3 to maybe 7 or 8 of these 2021s in it. So still pretty full box of 2021s, and it is showing you can find silver in those kinds of boxes. So we're up here on roll, I think that's 37 if I'm doing my math right, and we have found what I believe is going to be some more silver. At least I hope it is. Let's check it out together. It's got that same blue marking on it like the other ones, and it is. It's a 1967. Very cool. That is 5 40%ers on the box. So we're on the very next roll. This would be roll 38, and I'm not sure. I think this one's going to be close. We have our 2 definitely like 2021s or 2022s, and this guy is suspect. He may just be a dirty 71 or 74. Let's see here. It's a 73. It got me with that kind of greenish gray edge. Oh well, you can't get it right every time. So we cracked into roll 42, and I was going through the coins one at a time. This thing didn't jump out at me from the edge when I first unwrapped it, but I got to the very end, 1 coin from the end, and look what jumped out at us. This is a Olympic Atlanta commemorative, $50. Let's check it out. All right, it's for baseball. Now, I found one of these maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. This was from 1995, and it's actually a pretty darn cool looking coin. We got a little gunk on it, but the detail on it is really quite nice. So we'll throw it up on the board. We're definitely hanging on to it. Pretty cool. Well, we have reached the end of the box, and this is probably one of the best boxes I've had in several months. Definitely the best $50 box of 2023 so far, but we are still in January. So let's go through the finds. We'll start with the less interesting stuff and then move on to the more interesting stuff. So we did get a lot of NIFCs. I did not bring you guys in for these, but we had a 2002, a 2004. I don't know why they were together, but they were. We had a 2005, an 8, a 9, a 10. We had 3 20s. I think we had both a Philly and a Denver hiding in there. And of course, I did get one 2022 Philly. So we did get a lot of NIFCs in this, which a lot of times can make a box just as fun as finding some other stuff. It just doesn't have the value that silvers have. We also had this 1995 commemorative Atlanta baseball $50. Again, I haven't looked in a long time if these carry much value. It's circulated, so probably not much of a premium on this, if any. It's just kind of a cool piece to find in circulation. We did have 2 proofs, a 1979S in fantastic shape for circulated, and a 1990S. Both were clad, not made of silver, which is unfortunate, but they're really pretty coins, and I do hang on to all of my proofs because somebody purposefully cracked those open and spent them, so there is no way those should have been in circulation. The star of the show, of course, is what we all do the $50 hunts for, and that is silver. And we ended up with, let's see here, we had a 68, 2 67s, 2 68s, 3 68s. So there we go. We had 5 40% silvers on the box. I'll throw the value of that up on the board today, just in melt value, and maybe a little note to let you know what it might be with today's premiums. 40% silver doesn't carry near the premium that 90% does. So we can argue if my additional premium on there holds, but it's what I'm going to put up there just to share with you. It's my opinion. So with that said, I've got a second box. It's a sister box to this one, so let's hope there's more of the silvery stuff in that one. So I'm going to get all this stuff off the table, and I'll get the second box out, and we'll get started. All right, well, here we go with box number 2. Like box number 1, it was opened at the bank. I did roll the top row. I did have a kind of whitish looking $half that had some of that green stuff. It's right in here. There it is. That may be a silver down there. I don't know if that's showing up well on camera because a lot of the other silver coins had that same green on them. So maybe we'll get lucky and have a little silver in this box too, but I didn't see anything that was obviously silver. That one I'm a little worried about. Could be. But other than that, didn't see anything special, so we're going to jump right in. I'll bring you guys in at our first find. We just got into roll 18. I want to show you what we found. I have only found one NIFC along the way. It's a 2015, which I don't think we found in the last box. But just got the paper open, and I was immediately drawn to this green guy, thinking, you know, is that going to be a faker or whatever? And I totally missed this guy right here in the middle. And luckily, as I was just doing one last scan, I caught it before I got all the paper off because I want to bring you guys in every time we find silver because I want to see you guys, or make it so you guys can see the silver come out of the roll with me. So we got a 1967. This gives me a little bit of hope that that bottom rack, that coin that I pointed out is also going to be silver, and it gives me some hope that we've got some silver a little further down in this box because these first, whatever it is, 16, 17 rolls have been pretty dry, except for this silver, which I'll take all day long. Just popped into roll 26, and I got the paper back and was a little surprised by what I saw. Hopefully you can see it in there too. That looks an awful lot like 90% silver right there. We do have a 2021 or a 2022, but let's get this thing open together and check this out. That is a fantastic edge. Wow, not a 90%, just a really, really nice 1967. No copper edge on that thing, just a beautiful, well, we got a little junk on there, but otherwise a really nice looking 1967, if I could hang on to it. All right, put it up on the board. That's 2 silvers on this box and 24 more rolls to go. So we have just 10 rolls left, and I'm on roll 41, and you'll see here 42 had that questionable silver, so I'm actually going to open... Maybe, let's just go ahead and open these next 5 rolls live on camera, just so we can see if anything comes of it. And I'm just going to put those up there. I know they're a little bit in the way, but that's okay. So this would be, I believe, yeah, roll number 41. And that is what most of our rolls have looked like. Again, 5 or 6, sometimes 7, 8, 9, 2021s. And the rest has been just kind of all clad. We've got a couple, you can see them up here. I've got a couple of NIFCs that we've found along the way. And this is the roll that maybe that's a silver ender. I think it is. It looks a little silvery. And it's got that green tone that the other silvers have had. But let's see. Oh, yeah. You can see that silver edge. Right there. Let's see here. What do we have? We have another 1967. That's another 40 on the box, so that's 3 for the box. Don't see anything else in there, just lots of 2021s. Let's hope we can squeak a couple more 40s out of here. This also makes me a little bit excited to go back to the bank and pick up that 3rd box. I'm real curious if that's going to end up being a continuation of these 2. It'd be wonderful if it was. Let's see here, this is roll 44, technically. And just lots of new 2021s. And this would be roll 45. I was hoping we might have a couple of silver chasers there, but it doesn't look like it. All right, well, like I said, I will go off camera. We'll see if we find anything interesting. So far, we really haven't. No varieties. It's been a while since I found a couple of good varieties. We might get lucky and find maybe a 22 in there or something, but I'll bring you back in when we find something. So as you can see, we have reached the end of the box. I actually have 3 rolls splayed out in front of me, and I'm only bringing you in for this not intended for circulation coin because it's kind of the mother of not intended for circulation coins. This is the 1987 Philly. The Denver would follow suit. These were only produced, I believe, in mint sets. So to find one of these in the wild is actually pretty hard. It's a lot harder than finding your standard 2002 through 2020. So this is definitely something that's exciting. I keep all my 1987s. I probably have a couple of tubes of them at this point, but always excited to find them. throw it up on the board as a find. Bringing you in for the wrap-up of box number 2 before we jump into box number 3. From an NIFC perspective, real happy about this 1987. That's definitely something we're going to hang on to. The rest of these, the 2003s, we had a P and a D, we had a 2005 P and a 2015 D. Those will get pitched back to the bank because I have tons and tons of NIFCs. So I really only collect those when people are asking me to put together albums, which I just recently did for somebody. Outside of that, of course, the big win for this box, like the last one, was we added some silver to the stack. We ended up with 3 more 1967. So I think that puts us on 8 silvers for between the last 2 boxes, and I'm really excited to see what that third box that's sitting at the bank is going to produce for us. So I'll pick that up tomorrow, and we'll add it here to the end of this video. Well, I was able to get out to the bank today and pick up box number 3. Again, this is a sister box to the last 2. I did the coin roll on the top rack here. Couple of shiny coins. Didn't see any silver, though. So here's hoping to there being some silver on the inside. We've got 8 silver so far in the first 2 boxes. Let's hope we get a couple of more in these. I'll open a couple here on camera. I just realized I don't have my glasses on, so I'm not seeing very well. But that's okay. That was a little bit of a faker there. And nothing there. I do think this might be a sister box, though, because we're still seeing these kind of random 2021s hiding in there. So maybe we'll get lucky and find just a little bit as we get through this box. No, that just looks like a lot more 2021. All right, well, fingers crossed we've got some silver deeper into this box. Well, I'll be honest, I wish I'd got these boxes in reverse order because I just burned through 50 rolls and all we had to show for it was 6 2020 Denvers. That is all we had. There were a bunch of 2021s in there, lots and lots of clad, no errors, no varieties, no other NIFCs, and least of all, no silver. That's okay though, because in the last couple of in the first 2 boxes, I guess I should say, we ended up with 8 40% silvers. I'll put the value of those 8 up here on the screen, but anytime you can hunt a box of halves and find some silver, it is a win, because that's why we do this. Like the no FGs and the DDOs, the errors, you know, those can be really, really lucrative, but they're pretty hard to find. So this is really what we're trying to zero in on most of the time. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Any hunt where we find silver is a great hunt in my book. Let me know if you like this one. Drop down below. Click that like button. Leave me a comment. If you're new to the channel and you like coin roll hunts, let me know that too by dropping down below. Leave me a comment. And make sure you click on that subscribe button. Click on that little bell and select all so you get notified each and every time I do release a new video. So this one was a lot of fun. I wish we'd found a little bit in that third box because, you know, it looked very much like the first 2. I'm curious if there was a 4th box somewhere. Maybe that one had more of the silver in it. But these obviously all came from the same place. They've got the same green toning, the same markings. So anyway, you can't win them all. They can't all have silver because if they did, we'd all be doing it. With that said, you guys take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.